Hey guys, Amy here with Leap of Faith Crafting. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today we are going to make these cute graduation money holders. So you can wrap a check or cash on the side of these and give these out to the new graduate. You can put it in a bag or just hand it to them or put it in a card, but super fun. I'm using my WeCreat Vision laser engraving machine. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to figure out what your engraving settings should be using an array function in the WeCreat software. And then we're gonna go ahead and make these. Okay, so before we get into uploading, since I am using the colored basswood, I wanna actually do a test on it first. So I just wanted to show you real fast how to do a test array. So what I'm gonna do is we'll add a rectangle. Okay, so we're just gonna add a little rectangle up there just by clicking on that rectangle button. And then up here under array, if you go down to material testing array and click on it, it automatically pops up the maximum, the minimum for the power, and also for the speed. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Hit confirm. Okay, so this is our array here, and it's about 4 by 4. I might make it just a little bit smaller so I don't use a lot of my wood. So the cool thing about this is everything's already set. So if you click on the whole thing, it's not going to tell you anything. But if I go to the ungroup, just be careful not to move things around and actually just click on something separately. You'll see over here the power is 100. The speed is 158. And then if I click on a different one, power is 10 and the speed is 453. And it's already on the fill engrave. And these yellow ones are just on the basic engrave. My material is set to the 3mm wood. Okay, so I'm gonna place this in here. I put a piece of foil underneath there, just it helps to catch anything that I'm gonna end up cutting. So I'm just gonna place this on here on my racks and close the lid. Okay, and then back over here, I'm gonna hit the refresh. So it will take a picture and pop up. So there we go, I'm up on my side there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit start. Actually, that's good, it reminded me I didn't do autofocus. So I need to come over and click that autofocus and the machine will go up or down on its own. So I'm actually going to drop that size down quite a bit so it doesn't take so long. Okay, and I hit my auto focus and it's all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and hit that start. I'm just going to say yes. And we're going to send, push our button there. Okay, so I'm done. So interesting enough, those bottom ones actually cut it all the way through. So those are definitely not engrave ones. So you can see that a good, depends on what color you're wanting to engrave. I think I'm gonna stick probably with this white one up here. That's pretty white. So that was the, I think 600 at 100. So we will do that for the engraving. I know it's really hard to see the numbers on the side, so I will engrave them in this one. Okay, so now that we know that, so you can see the one that I ended up liking the most was the one up in this corner. So I'm just gonna note that down. Okay, and then I'm going to delete that off. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a few, this money holder that I had downloaded, and I will link all this below of where you can find it. I get it over on Creative Fabrica because I have the subscription. So I'm going to bring it in here. So we have to change a few things on here. The one that is red, well, right now it's clicked on both of them. So I'm going to actually click off. And then just with my layers panel, I'm going to click on just the black one. And that black one is going to actually be my fill engrave. So I'm going to change that to fill engrave. And then this is where I'm going to change my power and speed to what I just did. So I'm going to do 600. Oh, actually power 100, speed 600. So 100, 600, line density 1. Okay, and then for the red one, I'm going to come in and click on the path there, and I'm going to change this to cut, because that is what it's going to cut out. Okay, so I did want to add our name in, and I'm just going to bump this up so I can see it. Maybe not that high. Okay, so since I'm going to make a couple of them, I will probably just leave the 2 blank and probably use like a Sharpie or something to write in on it. But you can definitely put the names of them, engrave those 2. So I'm going to add that text, double click, and type in Pelsners. And then I'm going to change this font. And then change this to fill engrave. That Z is going to be really low, so I'm going to change this again. Maybe we'll leave it at that. Okay, and put this. And again, I'm going to change this power to my 100 and 600. Okay, it's a little hard to see because of that background's already there. Actually, that Z looks kind of funny. So I'm going to go back. That one was the long one. Okay, we'll change it to that. Okay, and again, I want to make sure I have that speed, power, fill engrave, and that is fill engrave on the same. And then for the rest, I just have that basswood selected. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and actually use my cursor, drag it over all of these, and I'm going to group these together. So then I know they're going to stay put. And I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to make and I'm just using my shortcuts, control, paste. And actually, I don't even have my wood back in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my wood back in and then hit refresh on here. Okay, so I put my wood in. I'm going to hit that refresh on here. And you'll see it that it actually is probably gonna, switch around. Okay, so I'm just gonna make 3 of them. Okay, and I got everything ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that start button. Oh, and again, I didn't autofocus. So good thing it tells me to do that. So just going to hit that autofocus button there and let my machine go up and down. Okay, and everything still looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that start button. I'm just going to hit continue. So this is going to take 30 minutes to do all 3 of those. So I'm going to go ahead and send this. And we're going to come over and hit our button and let that go. We are going to open this up and pull this off. You can see how cool those come out. So there is some debris, so let's wipe. Just going to wipe off the soot. But there you go. I love how that engraves white on top of these patterned pieces of wood. And there's still a slight pattern underneath it because of the color that's underneath it. But I'm just going to roll in either a check or some cash. And I can write down there. You put it in a bag or put it in a card. Whatever. So fun. So many things you can do with this WeCreat machine. I'm going to be doing a few more things. There's just so much, it's hard to condense the list down. But anyway, I hope that helped in doing an array and figuring out how you want to engrave. And I have links to everything I've used below, so make sure you check that out. And thanks so much for stopping by.